What is going on, guys, and welcome to another Valkyrie Elysium video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing the game that is going to help you guys not only complete the chapters very easily, but is also going to help you not have to backtrack every single time to do stuff that you wish you would have done before. So with that being said, if you guys are enjoying our Valkyrie Elysium coverage, a like would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check the review if you haven't so already. So for tip number one, guys, is make sure you check your map. It is extremely important, and sometimes we will forget to check the map because we're so used to just following a linear path. Now, the reason I'm telling you to check your map is because the map actually has some really good details that you're gonna miss and that you are definitely gonna miss and not being able to obtain. Now, you see those blue dots in the map? Those are the ones that you're probably gonna end up missing one, and you're gonna be like, man, I have to go do the chapter all over again to actually complete all of them. Those are the blossoming flowers, and as you guys see right here, I'm already missing one right here, so I could have theoretically missed this one right here if I would have just kept going straight down the path. But now I know it's here because I checked the map. Another thing you're going to want to make sure you pay attention to the map is the scroll looking item icon right there. That is going to be side quests, and your side quests, you're only able to activate them by visiting the person that's found within the map. So you're definitely not going to want to miss on those side quests, because those side quests will award you guys some really awesome loot and some really awesome items. So tip number one, look at the mini-map so you guys can find all the stuff that's hitting in the game. All right, so now on to tip number two, guys. Make sure you're constantly upgrading. When you're hitting these boxes, guys, you're going to notice that gems are going to pop out of the boxes. These could be purple gems, green gems, and the problem is your inventory will start getting filled up with these gems. Now, there is a cap limit to how many gems you actually have within your inventory. So if I go to my inventory right here and I try to upgrade, you're going to notice, guys, that I have yellow gems, magic gems, violet gems, and azure gems. Now, I don't have any azure gems, but you're going to want to constantly be updating because you're going to be collecting these and you're not going to be upgrading. And that's going to deter you from actually completing the game a lot easier, because you should theoretically be upgrading as soon as you're getting the gems. Now, depending on what skill tree path you want to take and what playstyle you want, this is going to be very helpful because it's going to actually help you become a better player, and it's going to help you clear the levels faster, or the boss levels faster as well, because you're constantly upgrading. So the tip number two is make sure as soon as you're picking up these gems, you're checking if you have enough of these gems to upgrade, because you want to upgrade your specs as quickly as you possibly can. And for tip number three, this actually goes hand in hand with this particular tip that I'm giving you guys, is make sure you break everything. Benches, you want to make sure you break pieces of wood, pieces of carts are made out of wood. Any box made of wood, you want to make sure you break everything, even if you have to go a little bit further distance. The reason is because these actually hold some really good gems. It's not like you're only going to be picking like random gems. These gems are going to be very beneficial because these gems will help you level up your specs, help you level up your weapon, and you want to make sure you're taking full advantage of picking up all the gems you have at your disposal so you guys could level up as well. All right, so now to the fourth tip, guys. For the fourth tip I want to recommend, guys, is make sure you're constantly checking around the level. And when I say checking around the level, make sure you're looking up in the air. Make sure you're looking up at stuff. Usually, theoretically, sometimes you'll see the the blue little icon that lets you use your little grapple hook. Make sure you're constantly looking up, because these particular areas will have hidden gems which are found within chests. Not only hidden gems, but they will also be able to obtain hidden stuff that you can only get if you actually open these chests. Some of these chests are actually well hidden and well tucked away, and some of these chests are actually hidden in the part where you have to traverse high in the ground. So you make sure you're constantly looking up to see if there's any blue icon that you could traverse to get up higher, or check any nick and cranny that's available in the game to make sure you get some really chests, because these are going to open up your arsenal of items you have at your disposal. All right, so for tip number five, guys, you want to make sure that when you're constantly moving around the level and if you get lost in the map, make sure you guys press down on the left and right thumbstick. At least that works in the PlayStation, because that's going to help you guide your way through the levels in case you don't know where you're going. So if you press down on your two thumbsticks, it's going to put a bunch of butterflies in front of you, telling you exactly where you need to go. So that's going to be very helpful in case you guys lose your track and don't know where to go. All right, so for the next tip, guys, I want to make sure that you guys unlock this ability as quickly as you possibly can. That is the double jump. You want to make sure you get this as soon as you possibly can. This is going to help you so much in the game. It's going to help you traverse the game, not only to find hidden stuff, but it's also going to help you in battles. You want to make sure you guys unlock this one very fast. I wish I would have known this before. I was going on full on attack mode, guys. I was leveling up my attack, and then I was like, you know, I'm going to go here and support and see what's available. And I went ahead and discovered a double jump, and guys, that changed the game, not only in me finding more stuff, but being able to, you know, counter moves a lot better with that double jump. So unlock double jump as soon as you possibly can. All right, so for the next tip, guys, this is going to be as far as weapons, and it's something that's going to be getting overlooked quite a lot. If you look at these weapons, there's going to be a big difference. You're going to notice that this one, guys, this one doesn't have anything on the bottom of the text. Now, the proficiency, this one actually does. It has rune effects, and this is something that will probably get overlooked because you're actually able to apply runes to these particular weapons. Now, I'm recording this to avoid spoilers, but I do have a character that already has runes. So you're going to want to make sure you apply your runes to your weapons as much as you possibly can. And that's going to help you throughout the game to clear more enemies more effectively and to enhance the weapon as well. All right, so for the next tip, guys, I want to recommend, and this is something that was already kind of theoretically explained in the tutorial, but it gets overlooked because the enemies are constantly changing. You're definitely going to want to make sure you're constantly checking the upper portion of the enemy, because you want to see the icons that are going to be displayed, because these icons are going to help you defeat the enemies a lot quicker. So if it has fire, make sure you guys are constantly doing fire. If it has you know, the electricity, make sure you're doing electricity. If it has ice, make sure you guys are doing ice. That's going to be extremely important to help you out clear the levels. I know it's something that was explained in the tutorial, but it's something that could easily be forgotten or overlooked. The next tip I want to give you guys is how to get S tier when you clear levels. Now, to get S tier when you clear levels, there is something that's going to make your life a lot easier, and that is trying to complete the level as quickly as you possibly can. I know you want to go ahead and collect items and do all that stuff, but clearing out clearing out the level quicker is going to be more important to S tier, because you get more points if you clear faster, and you get deducted points if you take too long to pass the level. There are some enemies that you don't have to kill, so you can theoretically skip through them and get that nice S tier unlock level as quickly as you possibly can. If for some reason you weren't able to get S tier when you first completed the level, you could always go back and play it on easy mode to be able to complete it fast and get that S tier. The next tip I want to give you guys, and this is going to be mostly for you guys who are beginning the game, guys, is when you guys are focusing on your skill tree, you want to make sure, like I said, unlock this part right here first, the double jump. After that, you would just want to theoretically focus on attack. Now, the reason why you just want to focus on attack more than you want to focus on any other aspect of the game, because support, you're going to be able to unlock both of your assistants a little bit later in the game. So you really don't need that much support level when you're playing at the start. You're going to want to make sure you go ahead and invest on attack and also on defense, but primarily on attack, because the faster you kill the enemy, the faster you're going to get the stuff completed. In addition to that, guys, support is not heavily needed too much at the early stages of the game, because the bosses aren't like super hard, but it is needed towards the later rounds. So I would suggest, guys, invest heavily when it comes to attack at the start of the game. These are the things I wish I would have known a little bit better. If there's another tip that I might have missed that you guys have seen or wanted to point out, make sure you drop it down in the comment section down below and help the rest of the community. I hope you guys are enjoying our Valkyrie Elysium coverage. If you are, do me a huge favor, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Check out the review if you haven't saw already. You're still undecided if you should pick up the game or not. Game is dropping on the PlayStation 5 and also on the PC, so make sure you keep it locked on this channel for more coverage, and let me know what you want to see next. And thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video.